Okay, good evening, and thank you so much for having me here. Again, like we all know, government's primary objective in any society is to provide the enabling environment. And this starts from providing strong leadership, and which is what His Excellency, the President, has done by trying to remove the cosmetic elements that prevent investments from coming in and removing barriers as much as so. And that's the first step we have seen in the private sector to say this is now a serious attempt to deal with this housing crisis head on. And then more importantly, we have now also found that Mr. President's appointment into the Ministry of Housing has also shown that we have the round peg in the round hole this time. And we have seen the track record of architect Ahmed Daniwa in the past. And we also have strong belief in his leadership to ensure that we follow through on government policies like he has done in the past. Now, and that's all the private sector needs to move a needle further. You have to understand that the housing deficits cannot be solved by the government alone. Budgetary allocations are limited, competing demands on government resources, and therefore the private sector must wade in, because we are the ones mostly affected by this deficit in question. And that is why if you look at contributors to the pension funds and the contributors to the national housing funds, you will notice that we are the ones that form the large pool of housing, people that need houses. So once there's strong leadership, clear policy direction, we believe that it is now time for the private sector to stop sitting on the sidelines and then begin to partner with government to deliver this kind of large and unprecedented projects to meet the needs of Nigerians. Otherwise, we are going to have to wait. Imagine if we had to divide 800 billion by the budgetary allocation of the Ministry of Housing. It means we'll have to wait roughly 10 years to catch up with 100,000 before we even move to even talking about a dent in the housing deficit. So those are the things that we need to do to move forward. And that's why we're talking about strong leadership, clear policy direction, removing red tapes, barriers to investments, and that's the way we can solve the housing crisis in Nigeria.
Okay.